Yes, welcome back to the second question. And this second question it's a typical A-level type of question. It involves you using the distance formula to find the distance between 2 points. It involves you using the gradient formula to find the gradient. It involves you using the formula to find the perpendicular gradient, and then solving the two equations to find out where to meet, and then finding the area of a triangle that is formed. So you need to sketch a diagram to work out the base of the triangle, to work out the height. So it's a typical question which I've seen so many times when I mark the exam. So it's very important you understand the method in this type of question. And a neat diagram is very, very important. So let's jump right into it and start the question. I'll read the question. Very important to read the question completely in an exam. Take your time and read it properly, and you can highlight important things. So I'll read it and I'll highlight some of the things. A is the point minus 1, 5. A is the point minus 1, 5. Let x, y be any point on the line y equals to 3x. Part A, write the equation in terms of x for the distance between 2 points, x, y, and A minus 1, 5. So I'll read each part and then I'll do it, and then I'll come back and read the next one. So for part A, they've given us the 2 points. The 2 points are x, y, which is, the first point is minus 1, 5 then. And then the equation for the line is y equals to 3x. I've drawn the blue line there, y equals to 3x. Let me make sure it goes through 0, because that's the line, y equals to 3x. Now you want the distance between A and that line. So you need 2 points. So we got A is minus 1, 5. And x is one of the values, the independent variable you substitute in, and then you'll get 3x for y. So the one will be x and 3x. So you want to find the distance between those two. So you substitute in that distance formula, which you need to memorize. It's not given in exams. You remember it from Pythagoras' theorem. Substitute x1, y1, x2, y2, and then you will get this, and then expand this double bracket, you will get this quadratic, which you put together, it will be square root of 10x squared minus 28x plus 26. So all of this is quite a lot of algebra there. For part B, find the coordinates of 2 points B and C on the line y equals to 3x, which are a distance of square root of 74 from minus 1, 5. The distance is square root of 74. So what they are telling you is substitute square root of 74 in that distance formula, and then you can solve that equation. If you're like me, you have an equation like that to solve in an exam where students are usually nervous and you're rushing, I usually go into my calculator, the graphics calculator, to solve it and tell me the answer. So when I come and do my working, I know what my answer would be. But I'll show you how to do it without that, and then after that, we'll check the answer. You remove the square root sign on both sides, and then you take 74 to the left. 26 minus 74, it gives you minus 48. And you have to use your calculator to get minus 6 over 5 and 4. And you substitute x is minus 6 over 5, you will get minus 18 over 5. Substitute x is 4, you will get 12. So B is minus 6 over 5 minus 18 over 5, and C is 412. I will use the graphics calculator, a function called solveN. I'll put the quadratic on left, square root of 74 on the right, and it gives me the two answers, minus 6 over 5, 4, before I even do the algebra. So that guarantees you to make sure you get your A grade, because to make it to the top universities, you need an A grade, so you don't want to make silly mistakes. For part C, find the equation of the line L1 that is perpendicular to y equals to 3x and goes through the point minus 1, 5. So for part C, we have got the gradient of the line y equals to 3x, the gradient is 3. For the perpendicular gradient, it's minus the reciprocal of that gradient, minus 1 over 3. So you use y equals to mx plus c. We need to find c now that we know m. We substitute minus 1 and 5 Y is 5. 5 is Seng in French, and Senko in Spanish, and Punch in Hindi. So you substitute 5, Punch, and you substitute minus 1 over 3 times minus 1 plus C. You find C to be 14 over 3. Let's go to part D. Part D says, find the coordinates of the point of intersection. Intersection is where they meet. Intersection of L1 and Y equals to 3x, where two lines meet, intersection. So we're going to solve a simultaneous equation. To find where the two lines meet, you write the first line and the second line. Equate the Y parts of them. That part is equal to that part. Equate them, and then you solve that equation. Same again, I'll go straight to the graphics calculator. It will give me the answer. And then I'll come and do the algebra. When I do the algebra, you will get the answer for x to be 7 over 5. And substitute that into the easier one. You get y to be 21 over 5. That's the point where they meet. They meet at 7 over 5, 21 over 5. But always use the function solve n in the graphics calculator. I put 3x, that's the line 1. Line 1 is equals to line 2. And I solve it, it gives me 7 over 5 for x. And I can go and find y now. So that's the advantage of the graphics calculator. I know the answer before I do the algebra. So it's 7 over punch. Sat over punch. That's how they say it. And the final part, part E, always catches students who don't draw the diagram properly, or if you make a mistake, it says find the area of the triangle. You can't get the area correct if all the numbers are wrong, but you always get the method mark. So make sure you write the formula for area of a triangle. It's usually a right angle triangle, base times height, divided by 2. So very, very important. Let's go and do that. If you get a triangle like that, perfect. It doesn't have to be a perfect diagram in exam. You mark the point 4, 12, mark the point minus 6 over 5, minus 18 over 5, the point minus 1, 5, the point 7, 5 over 5, 12, 21 over 5. So these are the things that you need. You need to find the area of that yellow triangle. So the base is BC. To find that base, you use that distance formula, and that to find the base. Substitute those values for B and C. In that formula, you get the base, BC. And now you want to find the height of the triangle, AM. That's what I call them, AM, that distance there. Substitute the values for A and the values for M, and then you will get that for the height. Now, area of the triangle, half base times height. So half times the base times height. Put all of that in your calculator, you get 20.8 units squared. That's the first page of the answer. Second page. The third page showing use of graphics calculator. The distance between B and C. And the final page for the distance between A and M and the area of the triangle. So thank you for watching, and see you next time. Do not forget to click on the link below to subscribe so that you can see more videos like this from professional mathematics teachers. Thank you very much.